EWHITE, coming with the heat.
I stay fooling with my bot, my tunes will make your speakers hot.
Welcome to the Grillcast, the only podcast in the entire world dedicated to radical centrism. I'm Micah, and back with me today is the Drunkman.
Woo woo.
And additionally, joining us on the program again, we have Rusty, one of our favorite reoccurring guests. How are you doing? Thanks for holding the show up, you fucking asshole.
I swear to God, why are we doing this? You pulled me away from making flan.
For making what?
Flan.
You
Flan.
uncultured swine.
All right, well, we're going to have some fun on this episode today. Now, gentlemen, a lot has happened. I'm sure the Gorillas are all, very aware
Awaiting
that
with bated breath.
waiting with bated breath. The news, it's been, the media has been ablaze. All sorts of funny things have been happening. Now, firstly, I wanted to get into the debate a little bit, because I'm sure we all have our opinions and everything like that. But just to start us off, I wanted to point out something that I noticed personally, and just state how sad it is that neither the right wing or left wing media wanted to report on how both of these presidential candidates, these two men, they were having a good time. Okay, they were enjoying each other's bants. You see them, nothing but smiles from them. Biden calls Trump a liar, and Trump's smile, it activates. Trump calls Biden the worst president in the history of presidents. Biden's teeth, they light up the room. And the lamestream media is not going to report on this because they exist to perpetrate lies, divide the American people, and prevent them from being true guerrillas. The essence of which, are you ready for this, is to smile at your friends' stupid ass opinions, tell them they're retarded, and conversely have them do that to you. And eventually, we evolve. We develop not retarded ideas. It's called the Socratic method.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, that's a lot of big words, Micah.
Well, I just want to get your I mean, did you notice this as well? Did you notice them having a good time? I thought that they were having a lot of fun.
Can we all agree that Biden's dentist does great work?
Oh, fact, bro.
Yes.
He was
I will take a
beaming,
reference
positively
for those.
beaming.
I do need a new crown. I need a crown, not a new crown. I'm probably going to need a crown soon. So if anybody knows, if any of our Fed listeners knows who Biden goes to for his dental work.
Micah, this is America. We don't support the crown here.
It's true.
They can fuck off.
It's true. We don't.
It's 4th of July. This is a 4th of July episode. I'm gonna pour your fucking tea out.
Well, you guys watched the debate, right?
Spill the tea, sis.
As a master debater, yes,
as a master
absolutely.
debater, yeah.
Yes.
And what was Drunkman? You can give us your take. What did you see? What did you feel?
In
what
summary,
did you taste? What did you smell?
What did you?
What notes were you getting?
In summary, what I gleaned from that is that both of these gentlemen could probably give Kim Jong-un a run for his money on the golf course.
Facts.
Two of the best golfers who ever lived, by their own admission. I think everything else was kind of secondary to that. I think everyone was
Everything
curious
else was secondary.
to see an exhibition announced. I think that was probably the biggest failure of this debate, was that we didn't settle on a date or location for the President v. President golf tournament of all time.
Yeah,
a huge failure of our democracy, personally.
What's that, Rusty?
Imagine the money that would pull down. Just tens of dollars.
Big fucking money.
A golf tournament between the two candidates for president. I think that's a great idea. And Biden, I think he was right to point to feed into that line of dialogue, because I had no idea that Biden played golf, and then I was like distracted for a minute.
He's old, Micah. Of course he plays golf.
Well, I don't like to discriminate right, against the geriatric class of this country.
Fair.
Okay, they're Americans too.
Are they though?
Thank you.
When we want them to be, when we want their vote, when people want their votes, yes, they are very American.
When we want their vote, absolutely.
But yeah, and I saw a lot of coverage. And I'm interested to hear what your takes on this are as well. Comparing this debate, the previous Trump-involved debates, with the debates of the past, the debates of old, with Obama and Romney, Bush and Kerry, the respectful, modest, intellectuals debate.
So I got to say, during the VP debates, when Biden came in, right, we watched him kill a man on the debate floor. Like we absolutely did. Um,
True.
and I got to say, like tepid is not even a good word here. Um, it was just sad. Like it was literally one like it was the weirdest old folks home that I've ever watched ever. Like if you've ever been to an old folks home, it was weird.
Was this you're talking about the debate with Sarah Palin or the one with Paul
Oh,
Ryan?
well, Paul Ryan, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. He killed a man on that stage. It was wild. Like Paul Ryan would try to say something. Like go back and watch it if you get a chance. Just just impressive.
No, no,
It's
for sure.
even
Paul Ryan's never been the same. He's like
yeah.
disappeared.
Yeah,
It's embarrassing.
He
Like
just- he was-
he got clapped so hard that he became a rhino. That's
Yeah.
yeah, he's an embarrassment now. It's
yeah.
It's
That-
that
honestly,
debate. That
that's the
debate
salient
performance
point.
sucked him into the void.
yeah, he
Um,
has not bounced back. That's a really good point. That motherfucker is washed to say the
Um,
least.
But what I wanted to draw, I actually think that we've moved in a positive direction with how these debates play out. Because when you really think about it, these debates that we are having nowadays are much more honest, much more truthful, much more viscerally real, in terms of representing the country, and in terms of what the country wants to say. Really, what they show you with these old debate clips of Obama and Romney, and them being all polite to each other and courteous and all that gay shit. They're saying, oh, why can't we want to go back to when the debates were between people that acted like women, to be fake. And I personally refuse to do that. I refuse to go back to that state of society where we find that
Society.
kind of behavior acceptable. I think it's time that we all agree that what we have now is a lot more mature.
Yeah, the shit flinging makes more sense. Like I know it's been done to death. I know like people just drool out the mouth as they recite the it's literally like idiocracy. I like the dumbing down of it because it's just like they're doing the same thing they've always done. Like it's not really changed. It's like one guy's gonna lie, the other guy's gonna lie back, and it goes back and forth. And it doesn't matter how many verifiably true statements are made. If somebody says the lie funnier and louder, it's
Yes,
gonna win.
it's literally
man.
Yeah.
it's literally that. That's our choice. It's like lie versus lie with funny.
So Joe Biden said with that's malarkey. What would have taken Obama 3 paragraphs to get across? Like that's my opinion. He just hit him. He just it's not. Oh well, as Americans, we got no. But Biden just goes, "That's a bunch of malarkey." Well, you just shut up, man. Like it's. I don't know, man. I'm on that wavelength. And
That's
same with Trump. All the best people told me that this is the way things work, and that Biden's a big stinky poopy meanie. They killed it. They
Yeah.
killed it. That's
Huge
what we
vibe check.
expect. Huge vibe check. They
my
were
top
doing what they should
advisors.
have
They
been
all
doing.
tell me Biden is as gay as they come. Folks,
Emphasis on the cum, folks. I've never seen so much in the White House. It's whiter than it's ever been.
They call it white for a reason, Sometimes it's a little yellow. That's a vitamin issue.
Uh,
But yeah, I think this is better. I think we can all agree this is better. We're gonna drop a poll down all right on the channel. If you think this is better, vote on our poll, like and subscribe, comment pee pee poo poo in the chat.
just to let us know that you were there. Pee pee poo poo. It helps the channel.
Helps the
Um,
algorithm.
Yeah.
It
It'll
at
help
least
to find us on the algorithm.
it at least lets us know that you're a real American shitter.
Yes. This YouTube comment section was fact checked by real American diaper shitters. True.
Let us know if you stack in the comments.
And I guess for the last point of discussion on this, gentlemen, who do you believe won the debate? I want to hear from each of you.
I think we did collectively. I think we fucking won. I think that was some of the best television programming I have ever fucking watched. Just two of the most old, feeble, petty people that America has to offer, absolutely dicking each other down for our amusement.
Yes.
Rusty.
So I'll hit you with an anecdote. I think Drunkman's right here. We all won, and it comes back to Trump saying he's really willing to rip the baby out of the womb. So can you guys imagine that for a second? Joseph fucking Robinette Biden showing up, just zooted out of his gourd, right? on debate performance enhancing drugs, just fucking on a rampage, right? Runs into this hospital, runs into the maternity ward, grabs a child, newly born, right? Mother's holding it, newly born, grabs it and just fucking power bombs it right into the tile floor of the maternity wing OR, right? And just screams, "It isn't their time!" Like immense.
That baby. You might not believe it. That baby was going to cannibalize my uncle.
Now imagine this.
No,
Imagine this, Jack. Imagine this malarkey right here. That baby could have grown up to be a Trump supporter.
The reincarnation of corn pop.
They don't talk about this.
Oh
yeah.
no!
When we talked about that. Drunkman.
That was on my wish list.
We
I
brought
wanted
that
him
up
to
on
fucking any non sequitur. It didn't need to be that. He could have just gone on any tangent where he's like, "I used to know this guy named Leggy Larry, and he was the big boss in town, and I wrote legislation so that men with long legs couldn't be in gangs, and that got rid of him. He went to New Mexico. That was the end of that story.
He got a height reduction surgery. He's now 5'4".
This is why we need Obamacare, folks. Okay, I've been saying.
He's literally like I feel like he'd be like Joe Biden would be a president in Rick and Morty.
Oh my fucking god, yes.
Like
So,
that's his speech pattern. The Rick
I gotta
and
hit a
Morty speech
tangent real
pattern.
quick. So we have this. This is one from all my New Hampshire heads, all my Granite Staters out there.
Heroin
There's
users.
this guy in a local news station we got, WMUR, and the guy's name is Fritz Weatherby. I'm pretty sure he passed recently.
What a
But
Chad
he did
name.
this. It is. He sounds like an old fucking poet, right? Fritz Weatherby. It goes hard.
Yeah.
But he did this series called Chronicle, where every week he'd do a little like historical jaunt down memory lane, where he'd go over the history of an important location in the state. And Joe Biden reminds me of like a non-articulate version of that. Like I bet the stories that he could fucking tell you, man. But no matter how nonsensical, like it could just fill hours of time. I would listen to a fucking 12-hour audiobook of Biden just ass pulling shit.
I don't know.
I would.
Do you think anybody's made one of those long form ASMR videos of like Joe Biden like to help you sleep?
Oh my god.
Listen
Type.
here, Jack. You got work in the morning.
Yeah,
All right.
like AI.
You can take a couple uppers when you wake up, but for now, just think about sheep hopping over you, right? So many sheep, and the sheep they're Democrat.
Take it from my son.
And they're gonna
Take
vote
it
for
from
me.
my son. Everything's gonna be okay.
Oh Christ. Which son?
Oh Jesus!
Oh no! Probably the alive one. Dude, can we talk about play ball? Fucking Hunter Biden is a Giga Chad for
Oh yeah,
porking his dead brother's wife.
absolutely.
I mean, she's a looker, right?
Absolutely. I went into great detail about this on a previous show. We don't need to delve too far into the topic, but I basically pointed out that they're going after Hunter because Hunter is living everybody's best life, everybody's American dream.
He's waking up,
and people
America.
can't stand to see that.
He's a symbol.
He's a symbol.
A symbol of what we could all attain if we just rose up against the elite.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's completely unrestrained. But yeah, so there you go, everybody. Our post nut debate
The
coverage.
post-nut clarity.
Post nut clarity, debate clarity. We've given you the best anal cyst on the internet, possibly. I've heard, and that makes you the winner of the debate. So thank you for listening to our opinions on that.
You're all master debaters, each and every one of you.
I
It's
just
true.
hope both sides had fun.
They did, and like I said in the opening, they absolutely did. We saw it with our own eyes.
Yeah.
And maybe I'll make a super clip of that, all the smiles that were shared on the stage that night. But next, I want to bring up another topic related to the former President Trump. The Supreme Court has officially ruled that presidents have immunity, broad immunity, and they can't be charged with crimes for official acts in office. So what I want to get the takes from you guys, but first I'll use this example. Would this fully exonerate Bill Clinton lying to Congress to cover up him getting a blowjob? Would that qualify as an official act? Because I feel like it does.
an official act of fellatio. I mean, it went pretty hard. I think the cigar up the ass was a nice touch. He's a classy guy. I mean, I don't know, man. I would have done the same thing in his position. Let me put it to you that way.
Well, exactly.
Hillary
exactly.
Rodham Clinton versus Monica Lewinsky.
If it's something
like,
that
you weren't gonna do that.
if it's
You're gonna
something
fold.
that any president would do, doesn't that kind of mean it's an official act?
Dude.
Would you have done the same thing in her position, though?
Ooh. Well, what position is that? On your knees?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
I don't know, man. Bill Clinton. He'd have to serenade me with a saxophone session first.
He's a
That
talker.
motherfucker could play. Slick Willie.
Yeah.
Now they weren't
Slick Willie
exactly
for nothing.
they weren't exactly clear on what an official act was, but Justice Sotomayor came out with a scathing dissent where she said a whole lot of things that basically anything was an official act, whereas Justice Roberts, I I'm sorry. I was setting up a terrible joke. I'm gonna abandon that.
Do
right
it.
now.
Come on, don't be a pussy. Commit to it.
Come on, King.
Well, essentially, Sotomayor was saying that hanging blacks, running over blacks, shooting blacks,
Oh,
Wait,
God.
really?
shooting
Oh.
shooting blacks, immolating blacks, drowning blacks, eating blacks,
Slicing blacks with a katana.
slicing
Yeah,
blacks.
everything.
You did
It's
not
all an
commit.
official act.
Foul. How dare she?
She said that was all an official act. Now, of course, I think Justice Clarence Thomas
a little upset
would
about
probably
that.
disagree. Would probably disagree with that take. But I want to know what do you guys think is an official? What do you think isn't an official act?
I'm gonna let you take the lead on this one, Rusty.
Ooh.
I gotta meditate on it.
So, first off, I think Nixon would have loved this. Like, if Nixon would have
yeah.
absolutely massive hard on. Like, he would have heard this, and his cock would have grown 3 inches that day. I think it's going to be wild. If I got to be real for a second, this is setting America up for some real funny times, and I think that Joe Biden, in fact, has the opportunity to do the funniest thing ever. I'll let you think about it.
Well, yeah, no, I think I know where you're going with this, but Drunkman, you could take the floor here.
I was gonna come at it with a pretty level-headed perspective for once. I was gonna say
boring, but go ahead.
I was gonna say I think one of the things about constitutional law that you see come up very often in situations like this is that they actually really fucking hate the idea of definitive boundaries. I think if they had specified what qualified as an official act, they would have thought it would have muddied the situation further. Because I think it's kind of easier, right, to just be like, use your better judgment on this one. I know that unfortunately this is the United States of America, and psychopaths in position of power is our fucking favorite pastime. But I think that's why. That's my take on it. Is they probably just didn't want to pigeonhole the immunity clause.
All right, I don't really know any of what you just said. It all kind of sounded boring and nerdy. But anyways, so what Rusty was alluding to was people have implyingly that Joe Biden could now use this ruling here and essentially take to calls for him to have Trump assassinated by some type of neoliberal death squad.
Those are a thing. Those are real. I fact checked.
They are. That has not been debunked.
It hasn't.
Neoliberal death squads have not been debunked. And to be honest, that would beat the hell out of his current campaign strategy. So
if you can't beat him,
kill him. We're just gonna kill him.
We're just gonna kill him.
So going back to the debate for a minute, right? Making this full circle, I thought it was interesting in context of all of this, right? Trump basically being like, "Oh well, we're gonna show him. We're not gonna do retribution. We're gonna show him through success, but you better watch out because there's gonna be court cases." And gee whiz, now with this in place, it could get real funny real fast, and I'm
Yeah,
prepared for
yeah,
it. It's gonna be funny.
yeah. No, I would absolutely love for us to get into a Trump presidency where he's just
Oh,
extremely frustrated. He can't indict Joe Biden. Like he's doing everything
yeah, Micah, that's
possible
a good point. That was on
to
our
try
wish
to
list
indict
too.
Joe Biden, and he can't fucking do it.
That was on our debate wish list too. Trump doing another rendition of the "Because You'd Be in Jail."
Because you'd be in jail.
He technically did that. Yeah, you're right, because he did say that. There's going to be a lot of court cases. I'll tell you right now, there's going to be a lot of court cases. Not saying on who and when, but it'll happen. They'll be big. There'll be great court cases with great judges.
Fuck.
Yeah, not like those biased Spanish-speaking judges that
Nobody
Trump
knows court
always gets.
cases like Trump, right?
That's true.
It's true.
He has the most experience.
He has the most.
It's crack legal team.
That's true.
Motherfuckers be like, Donald Trump, do you realize you've been indicted on 26 counts? And he goes, okay, let me count to 26 real quick. 1, 2, 3.
But yeah,
my
we need a leader who's willing to take action. And if Joe Biden came out and killed Donald Trump, I don't think the nation would have any choice but to vote for it.
It would go pretty fucking hard. Unironically, I would. You know what? I don't wish ill on a lot of individuals, but I just think it would be funny, insofar as like the comedic staging of it. If Joe Biden had just pulled out like an extra long cowboy revolver and just one Daffy Duck Looney Tunes.
Well,
blast,
guys, guess that's it.
His toupee just flies off. Hey guys, I guess that's it. It's a bunch of malarkey. Fucking. Just fucking the smoke clears and Trump's ducking and his wig's just hanging above him.
Yeah,
It's not a wig, guys. It's a trick of the light. The physics of the bullet flying through and whizzing by disrupted my hair follicles. I clearly have more hair than Sleepy Joe.
marginally, to be fair, to fact check, to be journalistically accurate.
Hypotheticals aside, I think we're good though. I don't think it's going to happen. Biden does not have the morals of an alley cat, as we have found out. So I think we're good.
Yeah, what was that? That did come up in the debate. He said Trump had the what did he say?
The morals of an alley cat. I have no idea. Like, where does he come up with this stuff? Like, it's just he's tapping the
talks,
cosmos.
He talks about shit like we were still living under prohibition. Yeah, see, he has the morals of an alley cat. Yeah, chomping on a fucking cigar. Yeah, he's nuts, bro. He does. He says shit like that all the time. I like it. That and malarkey are just fucking like, dude's got a vernacular in
Top
him.
tier.
Yeah, no, it's
Morals of an
unfortunate.
alley cat.
Like,
That's good.
yeah, like what do you mean? Like, what do you mean by that? Like, he's
as shifty as a sewer rat, Mike.
He's shifty
a bunch
as
of
a
malarkey.
I think maybe he was trying to say that Trump is like dangerous, but we all want to love him anyway.
I think you're right. Yeah, either that or he has a propensity for getting close to engines, and we got to knock on the car.
Or he carries fleas.
He carries a conspicuously cartoonish pile of fish bones in his mouth out of the trash can. Yes. He's making a little banana peel on his head.
Maybe he was referencing that one TikTok where it's the little cat with the Trump hairdo.
Meow meow meow.
Elgato.
Meow meow meow. Let's make meowing great again. Meow meow meow.
That's a slogan I can get behind.
Hard. My opponent has no claws. I have the best claws. I scratch.
He can't spray. He hasn't sprayed for decades.
He has no natural predatory instincts. He couldn't catch a mouse if it was served to him on a platter.
I have the best fur.
It's golden. It's got the letter T on it. You know you want to pet it.
Where did this go?
I don't know.
Well, the original idea for one of these streams was for me to just do Trump in character the whole episode. Maybe we'll bring
Do an
that back
interview, yeah.
down the
Outstanding.
pipeline.
We'll do it.
We're
None
gonna
of
wait
you
for the
heard this.
election because
None of
guess
you
what?
heard this.
It's a Goosebumps, choose your own adventure. Depending on who the fuck wins this election, or maybe they both fucking just croak before, God willing.
So
I will be doing an in character. I'll do it. I'll fucking do it.
yeah, we
Depending
can do it.
on,
We can certainly do that.
I'm down.
I want the gorillas to forget they heard that, just so I can convince you that I'm actually speaking.
We're gonna edit it out in post.
We're gonna
Mike is
edit
the
it
best
out.
editor. He'll
I
take
am.
care of it.
But moving on to our next short segment. This is our sponsored segment. Orion is gone, as you all know, and in his absence, because he's not going to be listening to this episode, he doesn't listen to any of this trash. I want to initiate officially. Get excited, get pumped.
I'm hyped.
Okay, get hard. The official Grillcast Funko Pop contest. Thank you.
My body is ready.
So, to preface this, as you all know, we released some glorious, that glorious Funko Pop collection was our big project of 2024. You all contributed lots of money to make it happen. You gave us your undying trust and support for us to completely undermine and abuse. And we got these wonderful products made, and we promised, Orion and myself, we promised that at some point there would be a contest for you. And the reason I'm doing this in the middle of the episode is because the only people listening to this are the true gorillas, the I made it past the 5-minute mark gorillas. So for you, here's how it's going to work. You are going to incriminate Orion in some form or fashion. You can deep fake him. You can you can post on his behalf. I want you to get someone with some level of notoriety to quote some insane thing that Orion supposedly was responsible for or did. And whoever can link me with basically the video or response, or I'm cloud chasing right now. I don't know if you can tell this. Any type of response like that, you can link it to me. I will designate that person, and we'll set like a month. We'll put a month on this, so get it out there. Incriminate him however you can. Make him look terrible. Get some streamer, or I don't know. It doesn't have to be anyone super popular, but someone popular enough that it's weird that they would be covering Orion. If you can do that and link that to me, you will win your own set of official Grillcast I'm Not Gay $250 Funko Pops.
Oh fuck yeah!
How does that sound?
That sounds like a sweet deal. All you have to do is incriminate notorious terrorist Orion. I think our fans
there's
are up to it.
you might not even really have to deep fake it. I mean, you can literally just pull some clip and use it as outrage bait. Realistically, is what you're probably going to want to do. But regardless, I just wanted to put that out for you all. We unironically love you guys, love your support. We have no idea why you listen to the show, but it makes us happy that you do. And with that, we'll get back into the episode. So, Rusty, why is your mic muted? Nobody gave you permission to mute
It's
your mic.
because you were monologuing, Micah.
I was talking to my
Fucking
cat.
gag.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
He was having a more interesting conversation, Micah. Frankly,
Is that what the
Instead
kids
of
are calling it
talking
these
about-
days?
stinko
No,
poops or whatever.
He was just sitting there being a guy. So I had to let him know that he was just sitting there being a guy.
total.
I'm
Fucking
sure you
chiller.
understand. I'm sorry, it'll never happen again.
Okay. Appreciate that. Moving on. And Drunkman, I think that you will appreciate this next piece. And I don't know if you've already heard of this, but the Catholic Church has recently announced that they plan to give sainthood to a millennial internet user. He's going to become the
God.
first millennial saint. nicknamed God's influencer.
Hold on a minute, Micah. I gotta. Maybe I'm misremembering my Catholic lore, but don't you have to martyr to become a saint? Isn't that
Well,
like the most important condition?
here's where the martyrdom comes in.
Oh,
So, as the
no.
article reads, a teenage computer whiz who used the early aughts internet to spread awareness of the Catholic faith will become the church's first millennial saint. Carlo Acutis, who died of leukemia at age 15, um, is referred to as God's influencer and the patron saint of the internet for his work cataloging. I cannot read what those words are. Something to do with miracles around the world, and so it will be official. But basically, what I'm hearing here is that this individual went on the internet, spread the word of God, and then got cancer and died.
Okay, hold up. I'm gonna play devil's advocate here. Ironically enough, he technically did martyr because martyr is traditionally one of two things. It's either just pure suicide or like jihad.
Yeah,
So technically, by dying, he also killed the cancer too. So it was a draw.
It is
You
draw.
technically
Right.
don't lose a fight to cancer. You
I'm
draw.
just, I kind of feel like something like sainthood should have been reserved. Like, if you're going to be like God's influencer, like it should have been reserved for the first poster of, the big N on a forum post, or the first person who did the Sam Hyde school shooter meme, something like that.
The guy who made
So-
the first Jesus Chad Jack or whatever. You're my strongest soldier. That guy.
Yeah,
He
whoever
is God's strongest
did that,
soldier.
Okay,
like-
yes.
But I just this to me,
This guy's a literally fucking who. I don't even think
Yeah.
God will know who he is when he enters the
Fuck.
kingdom of heaven, frankly.
I was gonna
Wait,
make
who are you again? Oh, I'm a saint. Didn't you know? Well, I didn't say that. The fucking fag pope probably did. I'm quoting God
Well-
here. That's not my
well,
opinion.
and to be fair to God, to be wholly and totally fair to God, he probably wouldn't have created humanity if he knew we would make the internet.
real.
That is true, bro. It is. There's nothing more satanic than the internet, man. The eggplant emoji, fucking evil, bro.
Evil.
With the 3 water droplets after it, diabolically evil.
You know, something's
Wicked
up then.
shit.
Well, who do you all tell us in the comments below who you think deserves sainthood based on their internet activity? But no, who if you had to give sainthood to one internet person, who
Oh,
would
this
it
is
be?
easy.
Based. Pretty based. He
Are we
is
gonna
God's
say that they
strongest
have to be
soldier.
dead, or are we just assuming after they're dead?
Well, he's fresh to death. What the fuck?
Based.
Shut the fresh to death.
Oh, that is a really good question though. Who deserves internet sainthood? Terry A. Davis. What the fuck? Why didn't
Yo, real.
Terry A. Davis? That's my final answer. It's Terry A. Davis.
I have to go with an answer too.
Temple OS, baby. There's nothing finer. There's no greater work of God's divinity than Temple OS.
That's true. Yeah. Well, that's an operating. I was gonna say, if that was, the internet, God would have been okay with it, but that was an OS operating system, so
He was halfway there.
he was. God, can you imagine a world where Terry A. Davis finished his work like wholly and completely?
I'm convinced
Think
fucking Bill
Resurrection
Gates killed his
happened
ass.
As
I'm
soon as it went
convinced.
live.
Bill Gates was like, it's too based. He made a realistic elephant. It's over.
Fuck. Microsoft hit squads flying in for
Call him
margin.
in. He made a realistic elephant. He's literally one step away from fucking completely bankrupting us.
Don't you all think it's ironic and possibly suspicious, how Terry A. Davis always, we reminisce, of him talking about running over the you-know-whats. And how does he die? He gets run over. Isn't that
By a
curious?
train of all
Isn't that-
thing. He had a train.
He got
run over him.
railroaded.
It sounds
He did get
sussy.
railroaded. It's true.
It really makes you think.
Yeah, and you know what? Yeah, you're right. So let's get back on track, but not in front of a moving train. And what about you, Micah? You haven't given your opinion. Do you agree with the Terry thing, or do you have one? Do you have an ace up your sleeve? Is there? a base internet user of Christ that you had in
Do they
mind?
have? So yeah, that's the thing. Like, if they have to be a like fervent internet user,
They could be niche. I don't mind if they're niche. I don't even care if they're just featured on the internet, but like that's what they're most popular for. Like that's fine.
Christian,
Ooh,
Ooh.
the reincarnation of Christ, as
just
it were.
for yeah, I mean, just for the sake of he, she, they, them, Caesar,
Sonic
um,
Chew.
Sonic, Amy,
Yes.
helped me step away from the internet a little bit more. You know, you see so much, and you read into that story, and it just makes you it just makes you serious. I never want to read anything like this on the internet again.
He is a martyr.
And
He's a martyr
he,
by like negative example. That's
yes,
a good
Yeah.
point. Yeah, it's like
it's
life is bad, right? And we
if
all have our
something
bad days, but like you haven't fucked your demented mother.
if something draws you away from sin, does it matter that it was a sin in and of itself?
God's plan.
Trust the
God's
plan.
plan.
Trust the plan.
So, you know what? Like I said, it's every day you wake up, you haven't fucked your demented mother. You're doing better than Christian. So, boom.
She
Allegedly, my
is
bad.
she is most likely the most documented person on Earth, and that's kind of based.
That is based.
What do you
Yeah,
mean
that's a good point.
documented?
Oh, you make a good point. The Quickie is like its own Bible. I guess more like a Book of
It
Mormon.
is.
But
Yeah.
yeah, it's a certainly a catalog of the goddess Blue Heart
It's not
CPU
heretical, you
fucking
know. It's more like the Dead Sea Scrolls.
ooh, an addendum, if you will.
It's yeah, it's more like kind of footnote,
Postmark.
you know. Post, yeah, there you go.
It's pretty base. I won't lie.
Uh,
There's a lot of decent lore there, and there's so many characters. You know, we have biblical characters. We have like Samson, and we have like Judas, like just all these interesting little characters with their own little tidbits, their own little backstories.
Sonichu,
Uh,
Julie.
yeah, I mean, Quickville itself. Quickville, is it not a holy land, unbound by normal human metaphysics? It's truly a divine place, filled with very divine characters.
well, I hope one day we'll all get to go there
The
and see
dimensional
it for
merge
ourselves.
is on,
The
so
dimensional
I
merge.
think we're good, guys.
Can you
Everyone,
imagine if a dimensional merge actually happens and you end up in fucking Quickville?
Oh god.
type type in the chat if you're in the dimensional merge right now. We will be checking. We'll be
Send
comparing
help from
notes.
Quickville,
Lit-
please. He's
Tell us
almost
to
here.
zap to the extreme
Lit-
in the comments if you're in Quickville.
Legitimately, 2 decades ago, me and a friend wanted to send
Sorry,
Chris Chan's father a world's best father mug, because
Oh,
the address got doxxed, and
yes.
it was all over that part of the internet for a little bit, and we thought it would be a positive message, and yeah, we never did it, but it would have been funny.
It's a thought
You
that
fucking
counts. Yeah.
asshole. How dare
I'm
you?
sure Bob would have appreciated it.
How dare you? I want you to rescind that.
You want him to cut it
Go
down.
take it to his fucking grave right now.
Get those statements off the internet.
Yeah.
I'm cutting it down.
Get that mug off my tombstone.
There's no captain logged entry for this video because this is really serious, guys. Fuck, man. I wish we could get Christian on the show. I think that's
I
a
think we
goal.
could.
Is that attainable?
I honestly think it's more of a matter of Orion and myself not having tried.
Oh,
Um,
yeah, we could shoot for it.
I think you could bribe him.
yeah, that's the other thing. Like we could pay him.
Yeah.
You know, we have all that Gumroad money
All that Funko Pop money
that we
lying
were
around.
gonna buy more Funko Pops with. And I think he might have paid that Jewish guest who was a domestic terrorist money to come on and do the interview. I can't remember.
Kind of
Really?
based.
Yeah, I can't remember
Damn,
if he
bro.
said he paid him or not.
We're gonna have to check the accounts. We're gonna have to check the coffers.
Yeah. So sorry if any of you are morally, what's the word I'm looking for?
Opposed?
Sure, we'll go with that. If any of you are morally opposed to us giving money to people of the Jewish faith. But you got to do what you got to do to make the show happen. So, um,
Yeah. No, I think you're spot on because let's be honest, domestic terrorism's
you-
based on radical tactics employed by anarchists. There you
Yes,
go.
there you go.
Fuck off,
yeah.
FBI. I didn't say shit.
Domestic terrorism is the full manifestation of the wing cuck disease, and we will always fight against it. We will always disavow strongly and powerfully anyone who engages in that kind of behavior. Like we've said many times before on the show, if you're going to do something like that, just self-immolate.
Yes.
It's
We
just as good at
disavow-
getting people's attention.
We disavow everything up to and including mass shootings.
Mass shootings
Yes.
are not allowed.
Not allowed.
Drone strikes are fine though,
So
right? Right, guys?
drone strikes
I'm sorry?
are fine.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
I think
drone
we can agree with
strikes
that.
are that's centrism in action,
Okay. Perfect.
and it always has.
It
been.
always
And
has
I obviously condone drunk driving, so you can take
Which
that
is
for
all
what it's worth
centrism in
too.
action.
beveraged driving.
Yes, beveraged operation of a motor vehicle it's a-okay in my book.
So, as much as I want to talk about drunk driving, I do want to close us out on a important topic. Another topic that's been in the foray, so to speak. It is the replacement theory, the great replacement theory
God.
that Joe Biden is going to be
Oh,
replaced.
there we go.
Ooh, yeah, okay, there you go. I was gonna say, wait, my hormones. What am I gonna do without my tits, Micah? They're taking away my tits.
What do you
It's my
guys-
constitutional right?
What do you guys think about this? I mean, do you think it's going to happen? Is this an op? Is this a fake me out? Is this a conservative conspiracy, QAnon conspiracy theory?
They just can't run Kamala. I hate to say it. Like, if they're gonna replace him, they just can't run. They can't run Kamala.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a single worse type of person to run for president than a fucking cop at this time. I think that's a death sentence, dude.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Oh, how many black people did you lock up, Kamala? My bad. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't think it would. I don't think it would work. I mean, Trump could be on like.
I think
his
people could get
absolute
over. I
fucking
think
worst game.
people could get over the fact that she's locked up lots of black people. I think people couldn't get over the fact that she's a woman.
Based. She's not hot though. I think run Tulsi Gabbard instead. I bet Gabbard sweeps.
Coconut milk mommy.
Yeah, thank you.
But
Like they need.
she's switched sides, so that's unfortunately.
Did
it's not
she, or is she just not?
Yeah.
I just thought she wasn't brushing.
No, she's
elbows anymore.
been basically campaigning for Trump.
Yeah.
Oh.
Amazingly.
Okay, fine. Last one. Last meme candidate. Andrew Yang. Bring him back. I want my
Yes!
fucking bag. Give me
Hell
my
yeah.
1K a month.
I agree.
Yang gang.
I want my fucking bag. I need to leave with something, and I'm guaranteed at least a 1K a month bag with Yang. Who else is offering that? Who else? Ask yourself that. You want the fucking bag.
I mean, aside from China plunging us into another dark age again, nobody's going to offer us that.
Based.
But yeah. And speaking of the Chinese, Yang is a great candidate. He's a great unifier. He knows memes. He's like, well, actually, that's not actually a good thing. He's kind of like a TikTok adult in that way.
Yeah.
But he has good ideas. He has fresh ideas. He has Asian ideas. Asian people are very smart. This we know.
I will say I liked the math behind the value added tax. I mean, it was a lot more comprehensive than anything else I've heard from the Democrats.
Yeah,
Everyone
and
else is just
Trump's,
like free shit. And he's
Trump's
like, I know.
policy proposal: no tax on tips. We're not going to take your tips, folks. Nobody's going to take your tips.
Let me tell you, folks, no circumcisions anymore.
And,
we're going to give you a
we're gonna-
refund. We're going to put your foreskin
Keep your
back.
tips.
Yeah, keep your tips. But to me, it's like, well, what's 0% of $0? Like,
Yeah.
doesn't
Facts,
matter.
bro.
It doesn't matter. I'm not giving them a tip anyways. They're not going to keep any of that $0 tip that I gave them.
Radical centrist against.
That's not going to, because the whole point is, it makes the people receiving the tips feel good, and it makes the tip giver feel good, because the the tip giver always feels good. We know this to be true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It is it's psychological
for
masturbation.
about 30 seconds anyway, and then
Self-serving. Yeah, I mean, once you're out the door, you have that post-tip clarity
Yeah.
where you're like,
Yeah.
I wish I had that money
Tipping
back.
is reserved
Which
for
is
members of
why
our
it's fake and
society
gay.
suffering from hydrocephaly.
holy shit.
Yeah, you got water on the brain if you're tipping, is what I'm saying, folks. You gotta be smart with your money, okay? The waitress doesn't need it. Her fucking 3 children at home of ambiguous origins, they don't need that money. You do, okay? Protect yourself first and foremost, kings. That's my financial advice.
And that's great advice, and I think that's a great way to close us out on the tipping. Oh, I do want to. You said Kamala. Rusty, do you have any idea who they might try to replace Biden with?
There's no strong candidates. Like they've intentionally not groomed strong candidates. This
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yes.
He's
Fuck yes. Let's
pretty
go. Well, he can't technically.
They should ignore that then. Give him immunity. How about once he becomes president, he can say, "No, I'm immune."
And Biden
president.
Biden pardons him for the crime of not being American.
Dude, I don't know. Think about it, dude. You're seeing the vision now. See, it was not constitutional when I was not president, but now I am. I'm immune.
Yeah.
He's based. Screw your freedoms.
Let's just
He's got to hit him with the screw your freedoms, though.
let's just have
Go
Ron
hard.
Paul, 2024.
Oh yeah, Vermin Supreme.
I like
as
gold.
the vice president.
You all want to buy some gold?
I would
Yeah,
die.
I'm down.
Taxes are gay, and everyone cheers.
Yes.
Taxes are gay.
War
We need
bad.
a Ron Paul and Vermin Supreme ticket. We'll just fucking do it.
Let's go.
Man. I'm
Full
down.
send.
So I guess what you're hearing here today is anybody could replace Joe Biden.
A literal
I could
fucking-
replace Joe Biden. Your mom
a
could
worn
replace
leather
Joe Biden.
shoe could replace Joe
Shit.
Biden.
Co-host for president 2024. Write him in.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely. And with that, I'd like to thank my guests and say, peace out, my Grillos.
I'm old as a boomer. My mind said I'm zooming. Everything cooler, long as I'm not Laura Loomer. If you think I'm not number one, I just spell that rumor. Hit that victory royale on some motherfucking coochie. Default dance on a bitch. Hit the default dance on a bitch. Floss dance while I'm flossing in a whip. Victory royale when that chopper hit. Self-incrimination, I have no participation. News keep asking, I don't say shit. You can't have my conversation.
That song goes so fucking
It really
hard.
does.
I never